We continue our celebration of Catholic Schools Week with the students here from Monsignor Haddad Middle School in Needham, and with a great saint. Today we celebrate St. Thomas Aquinas, one of our premier doctors of the Church. And for those of us in the western half of the Church, he is referred to as the common doctor, meaning that whenever we have questions about anything related to God, our starting point is always the theology of Thomas Aquinas. It didn't always seem like Thomas would be this famous teacher. When he was a student, when he was your guys' age, his classmates referred to him as the dumb ox because he was a big guy and he never spoke. And everyone thought, well, he's just stupid. But he had a great teacher, St. Albert the Great, who was able to see that, wow, Thomas has so much potential, and there's something really remarkable going on within his mind. And indeed, Albert was able to speak to his mind and his heart such that Thomas was able to use his remarkable talents for such great good. And Thomas has made an impact now for centuries upon centuries. And hopefully you'll all get the opportunity to study him someday. He is famous for so many reasons, but he gives great arguments for the existence of God, which can be proven by reason alone. We don't have to have faith that God exists. We know it by reason. What we have faith in is what God reveals to us about himself, that he is a Trinity, that he sent his beloved Son. And all that God reveals to us, we can then analyze with our reason. In our collect, our opening prayer, we ask God for the grace to imitate what Thomas accomplished. So Thomas is most famous for composing the Summa Theologiae, this great synthesis of all the things that God has revealed to us. And probably none of us have the capability to do that, to produce a Summa. But we do all have the capability of giving reasons for what we believe. St. Peter, in his first epistle, says, always be ready to give a reason for the hope that is in you. And that's so important today because many of our secular friends think that when we have faith, that means we don't think, that our faith is something that's just irrational, that we believe just because we believe or because it's what our parents taught us. But the great gift of a Catholic school is that we give reasons for what we believe, that this is a reasonable proposition, and that any reasonable person, having been given all of these explanations, should share our Catholic faith. Catholic means universal. It's something that God proposes to every human being. We want everyone to become Catholic and to embrace the love that Jesus reveals, the invitation of the Father to experience salvation, to be transformed in our mind and in our heart, and then to make a lasting impact on the world for the good of our brothers and sisters. And so we asked Thomas Aquinas to watch over all Catholic schools, to watch over all Catholic educators and students, that the work that we do may glorify God, that our study may be meaningful, and we may use our intellect, our talent, every ability that God has given us to love him, to know his truth, and then to go out and set the world on fire.